Alright, so welcome back, crew, and welcome back for another video. So today is going to be a quick tech video, guys, on how to hook up your torque converter switch. And this is a harness, standalone harness that I got from PSI, but I want you guys to stand by because this is what they don't tell you on how to hook it up. Let's get into this video. So we're back underneath the dash here, and we actually got our bundles from the PSI harness here. And I do want to point out, guys, that I am using a PSI harness. You guys may be using another type of aftermarket harness. So this is going to be just particular and straight for the PSI harness. These are the harnesses that I use because they're easy. They're basically plug and play with a few exceptions that you have to wire, like as far as your gauges and stuff. Most of these wires are for my gauges and for my TCC brake switch, okay, and also the brake switch. So I just want to go over it really quick. I actually, for those of you who are colorblind, I actually labeled this to make it easier for us to go through these wires. So the first thing you want to do is unbundle your wires, and you want to go over, and like I said, excellent instructions and stuff. But this, and even with the TCC brake switch that they went over, they actually got instructions. But I'm gonna show you where I actually had to modify. And actually, what I did was I actually called the tech support, and they was very helpful. So basically, what they said, they're supposed to be updating this diagram and stuff for this type of brake switch. They just haven't done it yet. So, for example, as you see the wires here that I got running to the brake switch, the front is the brake switch and the back is the TCC switch. Even though my switch is different, I just got two switches, but it's the same concept. So this here will be my TCC switch, which is the back, and that is my brake switch that's up there. So, for example, and what I'm showing you is not in the instructions. As you see here, this is the orange wire there on the brake switch, and as you see right there, that's the orange wire. Now the other wire may be a different color, whatever, but this orange wire here is for the brake switch, and then the second wire to the brake switch there, my wire is blue, but your wire could be whatever is coming out of your brake switch. Now the wire that's coming from the PSI harness is a yellow wire. So you go over here and find this yellow wire, which is here, which I have labeled brake signal. Okay, so that switch, that wire there, I actually have to put it with basically splicing it. I'm splicing that yellow wire onto my brake switch line wire, okay? And which that was not in instructions, but when I called, they told me exactly what needed to be done. All right, same thing over here. I come over here to my TCC, my torque converter lockout, and let me get the shadow out of it. So basically, the first pin, it goes just to a 12-volt key on, okay? And then that's the second wire, which is the purple wire coming from the PSI harness, is this wire here. And this right here is the brake signal for the TCC. There you go. All right. So then you basically hook those up. So the only wire that's going to be spliced is that yellow wire, which I didn't know that by looking at this diagram, okay? So we're going to go ahead and hook up our switch. But before we go over that, we're going to go over these wires real quick. You got the tan wire. Like I said, I'm actually using Dakota gauges. So this harness is perfect for Dakota gauges, guys. And you guys know I haven't got my gauges yet. But this here is the oil pressure gauge, the tan one. You got a gray one, which is the ECT lead for the engine coolant temp. Then you got a white one, which is the tachometer. Okay, now I'm not hooking up my park neutral, okay, but the orange wire would be your park neutral. And then we already went over the yellow wire is the brake signal. The purple wire is the brake signal for the TCC. And then your green wire is, I'm only running one fan, so this would be my ground for my fan. And And then the brown will be the MLP lamp or engine indicator. The blue one is the second fan, which we're not using. And then the black one is your ground. Okay? The black one is the speedometer. Alright, signal. So those are all the wires that's underneath the dash that you have to actually put in a proper place. So let's go ahead and get into this TCC switch and let's hook it up. Alright, so what I like to use to splice my wires, I like these end butt connectors, okay? And they're very simple to use. It's like has a little clip that goes over that you smash down after you put your wire in there. Your main wire go through this hole here, and then you put your other one, which I need to cut, so kind of measure up where I want it to be at, and you just keep it straight. You don't have to fret anything. And at the piece that goes into is like stops. It's like a piece in there that stops and won't go no further. And then your main wire, you just put it over here. So this wire here is your brake switch wire that comes out of the harness that PSI provides. Okay, and it tells you to splice it into your brake switch wire that you already got hooked up to your vehicle. And then the only thing we need to do with this clamp here, make sure it's in there all the way. You want to mash down on it to compress it to get connectivity. And it'll seat flush. That's when you know it's in there. You just put a yank on it, make sure it doesn't come back out. And then this piece here, it goes over to secure it in place. And that's how that one should look, okay, with its splice. Now we'll go ahead and find a wire for the TCC, run it over, get us a hot, and hook both of those up as well. Alright, so with the TCC switch, you got two wires. My wires is actually purple and pink. So I already ran my purple wire from my PSS harness where I want it routed at. Now I just need to crimp the ends. That make it pretty easy whenever you're hooking it up to have just purple to purple, and another one is the power. I'm sorry, the other one be a female. Don't want to get that confused. Alright, so let's go ahead and heat shrink these up. Alright, so this is the finished product, guys. We got everything nice tucked away. I'm pretty much almost done with my wiring harness. The only thing I have left to do is hook up my gauges, as you see here. But this video was about the TCC switch, okay, and it's done, and that's how it looks, guys. Nice and tidy, very easy. And once you get the proper way of connecting up the instructions, it's very, very simple, like I showed you guys. So hopefully this video was a quick video, and hopefully you guys learned something from it. Every time I do one of these harnesses, I always learn something new. So hey, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Also cut your post notification bell on, and if you really enjoyed this video, go ahead and help me out and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. So thanks again, guys, and like I tell everybody, if you got a good cigar, a fast car, or truck, smoke them if you got them. CJ is out. You guys have a good day. Peace.